Hi everyone, I am panicking at the moment. I'm experiencing the biggest kind of anxiety that a book person can have. I woke up this morning feeling on top of the world because today is a day that I have not had in such a long time. I don't work today. My child is healthy, thank the Lord, and he is at his kindergarten. My partner is working from the office, so I have the house to myself. I had planned a very nice me day for today, and as a bookish person does, with my coffee, I took my phone, I went on to Storytel, and I was like, let me just browse the books that I have in my library. Let me just pick some books that I'm going to be reading in the next couple of days. And I noticed that one of the books in my want to read, my TBR on Storytel, had this little exclamation mark next to it. And I was like, what is this exclamation mark? I've never seen it before on Storytel. So I clicked on the title and I saw that there is a warning for this book that it will disappear in 2 weeks' time. And I was like, what is going on here? So I started scrolling through my entire TBR in Storytel, and I noticed that a big chunk of books is going to get removed from the Storytel library, so I won't have access to them anymore. And this all will happen by mid-month in May. And I'm like, why is this happening? I mean, it's my fault. I have to say, what I'm experiencing right now, what I mean, is really my fault because I'm the type of person who is a mood reader. I procrastinate when it comes to certain titles, and I know I want to pick them up, but because I don't feel in the mood for them at the moment, I will think, okay, I have them on Storytel, so I can get to them at some point. And now I'm in a position where I have so many books that are going to get removed from that library, and I don't have enough time to read them all. So this is where the anxiety that I feel is coming in, because I want to read all of them and I don't have the actual time to do it. And I've just made a list of like priority books that I definitely want to get to, that I want to share. And I actually don't really do TBRs on my channel, because typically when I make a TBR, I only get to one or two of the books on that list, and then I mood read throughout the whole month. But now I actually have an incentive to actually stick to a want to read list. And I'm going to share the books with you that are going to get removed that I really want to get to by mid-month in May. So this is actually a TBR for the first portion of May, because I don't know what I'll read besides these books. I really haven't thought about it. I do have two books that I definitely want to get to. I'm going to mention those at the end of the video. But for the books that are going to disappear from Storytel, those are all audiobooks, by the way. And I really hope that there is a reason behind this, like that they need to like free up space or something for new titles to appear, or maybe they're going to refresh their library for certain authors to include their newest releases. I really hope. I'm going to mention some of the authors that are disappearing and what I hope will happen with the library of Storytel. So yeah, I'm going to start off with all of the books that I want to read. The first book is Autoboyography by Christina Lauren. So the entire backlist that was uploaded of Christina Lauren, the author duo, is going to disappear from Storytel. I did see that their latest release that is planned to release in a couple of months' time will be included. So I do have hope that they will continue on including the newer releases for this author duo, because I definitely want to pick up their new releases. So I want to pick up this one. There's two more books that I haven't read off of their backlist, but those are not on my priority list. And this one I really want to get to. So this one I'll definitely read. We then have my favorite Taylor Jenkins read. I want to work through her entire backlist, but her types of books are ones that I want to read one in like a couple of months' time. I don't want to binge read her books because I really want to spend some time to think about what I've read, because her books have kind of different levels of depth for me. The last book that I read by Taylor Jenkins Reid was Carrie Soto is Back a couple of months ago, and I'm still on the high of that book. I'm still thinking about it. I recently discussed it with a friend of mine, and yeah, I still haven't had the urge to pick up another book by this author, but now I really need to. I have at least one book that I definitely want to pick up, which is After I Do. And we also have another one, which is Forever Interrupted. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get to that one because I have a lot of other books that I want to get to, but we'll wait out and see if I can pick up both of them. So these are two that I definitely want to pick up. Then we have K.A. Tucker. So K.A. Tucker, there's a lot of books that I've already read by this author, but there is one book that I don't know much about. The book is called He Will Be My Ruin. And I do have that one at the moment marked as probably one of the first books that I'll pick up because I definitely want to get through that one. And then we have a book that focuses on a foodie aspect. I recently released a video with recommendations with a foodie trope, and I really like these kinds of books. So I definitely want to get to more books with this trope. So I have two books that are disappearing from Storytel that I definitely want to get to. The first one being Nuts by Alice Clayton, and the second one being by TJ Alexander, which is called Chef's Kiss. These two I definitely want to get to. And then the entire backlist that was uploaded for Frederik Backman is also disappearing. I'm so mad at myself that I haven't read more by this author. It's just that his works are really very specific, and I really loved A Man Called Ove. And I've wanted to get to Anxious People for forever. He has a new release that was released last year, which is called The Winners, that I wanted to get to as well, but we'll see how many I can get into like 14 days time. Probably only Anxious People, but we'll wait out and see. And then we have a book that is kind of a question mark for me because I've heard mixed reviews about it. I read The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and I liked it. It wasn't a favorite of mine, but I definitely had fun with it. So I wanted to pick up the follow-up, which is The American Roommate Experiment, I think it's called. But I've heard mixed reviews about it, and it's again quite a long book. And that is the thing that bothered me with The Spanish Love Deception, that it was really long. But I'm putting it on here just in case I have the time to get to it. And then we have a book by Angie Hockman. I really liked Shipped by this author, and there is a release by her which is called Dream On that I possibly will get to as well. And then we have Alison Cochrun. She released the book last year that was a very big hit, like a holiday themed book that I really liked, the Sapphic book. I'm blanking on the title right now. Kiss Her Once for Me or something like that, I think the name was, and I really liked it. And she has an older release called The Charm Offensive that is on Storytel right now that will disappear, so I hope I can get to that one as well. And do we have more? I think we have one more, which is a fantasy book. I don't know where I'll get to that one because honestly I've just started the series by Carissa Broadbent, daughter of No Worlds and all these ones. And they've been longish books. I really like them, but I'm not sure whether I'll be in the mood to read another fantasy book. But again, I don't know if I don't read it right now, this one, I don't know whether I'll get to it any day, and I've heard amazing things about this book. The book is called Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, and I really want to get to that one, but I don't know whether I will. So I'm kind of Yeah, I'm really sad that this is happening. By the way, I saw that Hannah Grace's Icebreaker was on there and it's going to disappear as well. And I really wanted to reread it as an audiobook. So I don't know whether I'll get to that one as well. I'm just putting it on here just in case because I read the physical copy when it released and I really wanted to get to the audiobook for it. So I'll probably try that one out as well. So basically I have a countdown, like a little clock ticking in my head of when these books will disappear, and it saddens me that that will happen. But again, I'm really hopeful that, for example, for Taylor Jenkins Reid, that they're going to upload Malibu Rising and Carrie Soto is Back and Daisy Jones and the Six books that weren't uploaded by this author, so that we can enjoy these ones at least, and then newer releases by other authors as well. I think the best thing I can ask you is, if you've read any of the books that I just mentioned, can you tell me which ones I should definitely read? Like, should be on the top of my priority list to pick up, because I really need to prioritize which ones I need to get to so that I'm not sorry in the end that I've missed out on any of the books, because I really don't know whether I'm going to be able to read like 13 or 14 books in 14 days. That's a book a day, and a couple of these are quite long. Obviously, I have other things to do besides reading all day, so I really need to prioritize here. I really need to think about which ones definitely need to be on my list. Oh, by the way, I failed to mention there's two books by Renee Carlino. I've read two books by Renee Carlino and both of them I liked. So I definitely want to read at least one of the other ones that I have on my list. The one that I definitely want to get to, I think, is called Wish You Were Here. That one has a high rating, so I definitely want to look into it to see whether I can read it. And then another one is called Blind Kiss. This one is also one that has a decent rating, and again, I like this author's writing. So yeah, it's a big list. I think I have more than 14. I have exactly 14 books. So wish me luck. Tell me which ones I should prioritize, please. And I hope the anxiety goes away today. I'm just going to take it easy, not think too much about it, remain positive, thinking that Storytel will probably be releasing more books in the future that will make me happy. This has been a little rambling session on my anxiety and my predicament that I'm in with Storytel. I hope you had at least a bit of fun at my expense in this video. I hope to see you very soon in the next one. I'm going out to enjoy the sunny day outside, and have a wonderful, marvelous day yourselves. Happy reading, take care, and bye-bye.